Hmm. Leanne Humphrey. Are you out there, Leanne?
I am.
Leanne, how are you doing? Where are you calling from?
So I'm in Victoria, Australia.
Oh my goodness, Australia. What is happening with Australia? That's
It's
amazing. Thank you
raining,
for
so
joining
yeah.
us from down under. Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's such a treat. And Jesse actually called me today. Jesse James Jamnick, our nutrition coach, he's on the call here. He actually called me today and he said, I just have to tell you, he goes, these Aussies are so much fun. And he's like, they are literally like our kind of crazy. They're like just like us. And I was like, I know.
Pretty
So
much.
I love it. Nicole, who shared ER Shred with you?
Who shared it with me?
Yeah.
Sharon Simmons. So
Oh, yeah. She was going to be on tonight, but then she got called in for some double shift and she couldn't make it, is what she had said.
yeah.
She was going to share an update tonight, but that's okay. So
Yeah.
way to go, superhero, Sharon Simmons. That's awesome. And do you mind telling us, like, what's your passion? Do you have
My
passion?
passion.
Yeah. What's your passion? What do you love?
Oh, well, I own horses, so they're my passion, plus my family. So the main thing was sort of I'd gained a lot of weight. So to ride, you have to be sort of not big really. So they're sitting out in the paddock and I'm sort of being depressed and I just needed something to get my butt into gear basically. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Okay. And how long ago was that?
So I joined Isogenics just over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So in October last year, did really, really well with it. So in total, I've lost about 30 kilos with them.
I mean,
And
30
then
kilos, just so
yeah,
people in the US know, I think that's probably like 50 pounds.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. But, yeah, so I sort of plateaued for a while and talking with Sharon and decided that give ER a bit of a go. And so far, 15 days in, 4.3 kilos lost.
Okay, so
Um,
we got to do this math because again, I'm thinking 4.3 kilos is probably like 10 pounds, but let's just get our little
yeah.
kilo. Hey, by the way, everybody, this is John's. John Anderson has an obituary and where you can go and you can view his memorial and you could post comments. There's over 137 photos already that have been posted there. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and share that on my Facebook wall. It just, as I looked up kilos, it popped up. So I thought, oh, but I know that Cher and the family would just be so grateful for everybody to, you know, share what you feel, share how he impacted your life. I know it's meaningful for them. Okay, so if we go kilo conversion, sorry that I can't do it in my head. So if you said, originally you said how many kilos on Isogenics, what was it?
30 kilos.
30 kilos, which is 66 pounds. Wow, that's fantastic. And what about, you said so far on ER Shred, what was it? 4 kilos?
4.3 kilos, yeah.
4.3 kilos, which is 9.5 pounds. So that's fantastic. That just gives everybody kind of an indication. And you've been on it 15 days. And what other things have you experienced and noticed?
Oh, look, I straight away just slept so much easier. And for me to sleep right through the night is impossible. I'm at least waking at least 3 times during the night and I can now sleep right through. So that's a massive bonus for me. I'm not hungry like I used to be. So, I can actually, like I'm on pain medication and I can actually, I've half that in like the time that I've been on it. So
you've noticed an improvement in pain. Oh, is that what you're saying?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So like I suffer from a couple of herniated discs in my
Sure.
lower back. So To be able to move is pretty, it hurts a lot. So
Mhm.
to actually move around and that without as much pain is fantastic. So
Mhm.
yeah, I've it's been a game changer for me really, and so yeah, bring it on,
Wow.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, okay, if it's okay with you, I'd like to key in just a little bit more on those couple things you had said.
go for it.
Um, so you had said that you were, I think the word you said was plateaued, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And, hey, no big deal, no problem. I hope that people understand that, ER shred, it can serve a lot of different purposes. Like put it in your toolbox. Like if you feel like you've had a plateau, it can be something you pull from the toolbox and actually use like you have. With that said, were you shocked to see that additional weight start to come off?
Absolutely. I mean, eating what I was eating, I just thought there's no way that this is going to work. You know, you sort of watching everything that you eat prior to it, to doing this, and to not sort of have to worry about it. It's like, yeah, no, this isn't going to work. And like
Mhm.
within the first day, I'd already dropped, a kilo, and I was just amazed.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, considering 4 months of not being able to shift anything,
Mm.
it's just amazing. And the inches that I've lost now like 30 inches in total so
Have you
far.
already
So
lost like 30 inches on ER?
yeah, correct.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. So
Totally mind blowing. That means that body composition is shifting substantially. I mean, that's just very exciting. And I
absolutely.
wish we could actually, if we had the means whereby we could actually determine like to what extent has lean muscle mass improved, which it
Mm,
does,
mm.
and the shift, and that's inches. Inches represent body composition shifting. So for me, I get more excited about the inches than I do the pounds.
Yeah.
um you mentioned sleep. We've never really keyed in on that. Why do you think you're sleeping better?
Oh, I don't know. It must be just what I'm not eating that's
Hmm.
causing me to stay awake. So like
How
I'm
long
not.
had you had a hard time sleeping?
Oh, a long time. So like, all my life really, I've always been a really light sleeper, always waking up at least twice, three times a night. Just
God, I
don't.
have I have to wonder if it's born of
Mm,
another thing that you had said, which was satiation.
yeah.
I have to wonder if being more fat fueled is more. I think we're all different, and I think some people do okay with some carbohydrate, healthy carbohydrate, as Jesse says. Some people do, good with that. Some people do good with just more fats. I
Mm,
I find I personally do better with fats. I
yeah.
recently heard a bodybuilder say that you can't get lean and shredded unless if you don't cut the fat out. And I just sat there and thought that is not true. Like that is just not true because I'm the
Yeah.
most cut I've ever been in my life, and I eat a lot of healthy fat. I mean, it's my fuel. So I just
Yeah.
wonder if that might be part of what's going on there is more satiation, and therefore your body isn't, tripping out and waking up and like blood sugar's freaking out like where's the food, where's the sugars.
I definitely do think that is the case. Yeah, because I'm not waking up feeling hungry either. And normally I wake up going, I need to eat straight away. So
Yeah.
I can wait, however
Fascinating.
long.
Fascinating. I've noticed when I feed my kids a good meal of like bacon and eggs early in the morning, I've
Mm,
noticed it's a great day for me because they're not being naughty and hyperactive and behavior issues all day. But also I've noticed that they're satiated more so, and they start making better food choices of their own choice. I mean, they actually are they're not as drawn to the garbage. They're
yeah,
they're satiated, therefore it's like, I'm good. I don't need that. So
absolutely.
way
Yeah,
cool. What about when you talk about satiation, do you also like have you noticed more energy, sustained energy?
absolutely. Like I can go all day now. Like I'm not exhausted. Like halfway through the day, I want to go for a nap. Whereas now I can go all day. Um, and I can do a lot more than what I used to do. So yeah, it's
You've
definitely
you almost seem like you've surprised yourself,
yeah, I have actually.
right?
I'm really surprised in on what I've been able to do in this short time that I've been doing it. So it it, yeah, it's really opened my eyes up a lot more, and
I wish
yeah,
Sharon was
and my
on here.
husband. So yeah.
I wish Sharon. What did you say about your husband?
Well, he's a big skeptic about the whole thing, and he can see that the changes are there. So his eyes are opening too. So he's now, a lot more of a sort of a, this way inclined. So
Yeah,
I'm happy for him. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I remember when I first started doing ER, it was like uh, 2.5 years ago. I remember my father, he was really taken back. Like he was really confused because it kind of defied everything that he had been taught and everything
Mm,
he had, believed. And I remember I kept saying to him, like, Dad, like you need to, and he would say to people, he'd say, hey, you know what? I don't know for sure. I don't know for certain. But what I can tell you is it literally brought my son back.
mm,
He's like, I've never seen Sean with so much energy and so focused and committed and excited. And so it was kind of cool to have that feedback from him, someone who knows me the best.
yeah. And I get that from my youngest child as well. So he can see the difference, and he's already, doing the same things like, do you want bacon and eggs, mom? And, it's like, oh, yeah, cook it
What
for
do you
me.
think?
That's
Do you think it's kind of punishing how we, it's so restrictive.
great.
We like to say we eat like kings and queens. We get
Yeah.
well eating like kings and queens. It's
Yeah.
steak and shake. I mean, do you like the shakes?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh,
I do love my shake. So yeah, it's
that's
out
great.
incubating at the moment. So
So do you like the incubation? You enjoy doing that?
yeah, it was sort of a bit of a at the start, and then once I tried it, I was like, this is just perfect. It's just yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just yeah.
I got to tell you, I mean, the science around it really works, and that that stands alone. But I feel more emotionally connected to my shake when I make it that way. I feel like, I'm the mad scientist in the kitchen that's making this thing.
Like you love it a lot more because you put a lot more love into it.
You're
So
investing in it,
time,
right?
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like it's awesome. Well, I'm so happy for you. And is there anything that you would say to people who are on the fence, thinking about doing this? Is there any advice you'd give them?
Oh, look, I was a massive skeptic. Just give it a go. I mean, what have you got to lose at the end of the day? Nothing. So, go for it, I would say. Absolutely.
That's awesome. And I invite you to please keep showing up in our group. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
And keep on offering up you, because we're so proud of you and we're so grateful you're part of our tribe. And we want you. I mean, you're a hero.
Oh,
You are. That's the way we look at it. People, they push back. They push back against all the nonsense, and then they take back control. And that's you. And I